With the surge in cyber attacks, hardware failures, and natural disasters, there is a critical need for backup data. And joining us to talk more about this and what you can do to keep your data safe is Jorge Velasquez, IT expert and president of CMIT Solutions. Austin, good morning, Jorge. Thank you so much for being with us.
No, Amanda, thank you very much for having me.
It's always important to talk about backing up your data, but we're bringing it up particularly today because Sunday happens to be World Backup Day.
Yeah, exactly. So with March 31st being the World Backup Day, we need to raise awareness about the importance of backup your information and protecting it.
We all have smartphones, and our life is essentially in that smartphone, which means it's more important than ever to back up that information. Talk to us a little bit about what people in your industry describe as the 3-2-1 rule.
Okay, so back in the days when computers were doing more like data processing, the information was not that important, but more and more the computers are analyzing the information, and with that, protecting the data has become very important. So at that time, the strategy was 3-2-1, have 3 copies of your information in 2 different media and one outside of your network. Now our recommendation, CMIT's recommendation, is that you make sure that you're having periodical backups, that those backups are protected, and that you're storing them in different locations.
For somebody who's not an IT expert and still, you know, a little uncomfortable with technology, what's your best suggestion to back up your information? How can I easily do it without feeling intimidated?
Yeah, well, nowadays there are a lot of tools that does all these things, that do all these things automatically, but make sure that you're backing up at least once. That's the idea of the World Backup Day, but at least once a year. Obviously for businesses, this is required every day. And these tools do everything for you. They store the information, they replicate it in different locations, and they're checking if the backups are working. So make sure you have an IT professional that recommends a tool that can do this.
And that's what I was going to follow up on, is these tools. So what are some of those tools that the average person can get their hands on, or is it a matter of calling somebody such as yourself at CMIT Solutions, Austin?
Right. Yeah, like for the regular person, there are a lot of off-the-shelf tools that they can find. But for businesses, make sure you're getting an assessment from an IT professional, because there are some additional things that you have to consider, and make sure that the backups are as good as the last one that you have tested that works, right? So if you have not tested it, that's an important part. So make sure you're covering that too.
And then finally, I want to talk about, or ask you rather, about hard copies. Is that also something that's important? And if we have a hard copy, that then itself should be backed up, and by backed up I mean put away somewhere safe?
Yeah, exactly. So that's one of the 2 medias, right? The hard copy, and make sure that the hard copy, the same version, is being stored somewhere in the cloud. So that would be 2 different locations, 2 different media.
All right. Well, good reminders. We can all back up our information today, or we can wait until Sunday, or do it anytime, right?
At least once.
At least once. Jorge Velasquez, IT expert and president of CMIT Solutions. Austin, Jorge, thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much.